have a bang. All the Muslim cars now, which I bag it up. Light up my card with a sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a bag it up. So, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strand, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Hello, guys, and welcome back to an episode of Crossroads Boxing. A little bit of a different episode this week. As you can tell, I'm on my own. No Ricky, no CJ, both busy at the moment. But I've managed to get myself a good interview for you guys. We've got Joshua Blackstar Boateng in the building. He's going to join us tonight. I'm going to ask a few questions. I'm not good at this interviewing stuff, honestly, but Josh is my boy. We've linked up before, so this should be cool. It's just a conversation about Josh's story. He's a pro boxer, 5-0, wanting to kickstart his career in the UK. So we'll just go to the promo video before we get into it with Josh. And here we have Mr. Blackstar himself,
Yes, sir, brother.
JB. How are you doing? You good, bro?
Good, bro. Good evening to everyone watching.
Let me just, yeah, that's better. Yeah, how you doing, bro?
I'm good,
how's
man.
today been?
Busy, bro. Busy as usual. But you know how it is.
Yeah, man. So obviously we speak. We've met personally. We've met at the 505 watch parties. We've been on the panel together, commentated together, and the first time we actually met, it was when Dubois knocked AJ out.
I remember that night. Oh my days.
It was and I think me and Josh just sort of bonded that night over heartache, laughing through it, through the pain all night, dancing through the pain. But it was a good night that night. But yeah, going from there, me and Josh, we've linked up a few times, speak personally. So I know his story, but I just think that it's a story that needs to be told. And we can start from the beginning. How did you get into boxing? What made you get into boxing?
Bro, you're really starting from the beginning. That's way long ago.
Let's start from the beginning. We've got time.
Okay, cool. So how did I start boxing? So basically, one of my friends, older friend, invited me to a kickboxing gym. So I was young. I was like 14, 15. And I just went there and just have a look, see how it was. And I just started kickboxing, but kicking wasn't my thing, bro. So kicking, let me tell you this: these legs are not made for kicking, bro. Telling you. So I've done it for a while, and my trainer was a kickboxing trainer, and he won like the national title of kickboxing. And after that, he decided to transition into boxing, amateur boxing. So he was going into another club. He asked me if I wanted to box, so I joined him. And he was taking me to this club. The city club was in the city because I live a little bit outside the city. Actually, I should have said that I was born and raised in Italy. Maybe I should have started from there.
Yeah, I was letting you finish, and then I was gonna.
I was like, basically said
from Italy.
Yeah, from Italy, from Naples, kind of south of Italy. And I was born there, and my trainer, just seen some potential in me and asked me if I wanted to box. And I'm like, let's give it a try. So I didn't really know what I was going into, bro, to be honest. So it even got to a period of time where I wasn't showing up in the gym, wasn't motivated, but he linked me up somewhere and told me, listen, you don't have to worry about no money, no nothing, just come down to the gym. Went down to the gym and it's just started, bro. You know what I mean? And just went
Natural.
like that. Yeah, I wouldn't really say natural, no, because let me tell you this, something that not everyone knows. So I had my first amateur bout and I was so shook because I'm like, anxiety was a tournament. I was anxiety, I was straight to the finals. I'm like, I don't know what to expect. I was just 15, 16 or something like that. And then I had a fight and the guy just couldn't continue at the second round because it was too eager to keep going. So I didn't even know what was going on. I felt like everything was going quick. I'm like, wow, what's going on? So I won that, but I was still confused and I won that. It was full of adrenaline. I didn't know how to feel about it really. But after that, I had 7 fights, bro, in the whole summer. And I lost all 7 of my fights. Straight 7 losses in the hour straight. It got to a point where I was like, bruh, I probably need to quit.
No, but the thing is with amateurs, that's what it's there for. You're there to learn. You're in the gym working on stuff. So when you're going out there, everything you've learned in the gym, you're not going to be able to implement it
100%.
in
But
the
I
fight.
was,
So
bro, don't
amateurs
forget,
is
I was
that.
a kid though. I was a kid, bro. I was 16. I'm like, rah, like, this sport is rough. What's going on? So I took a break, a month break, and I started working. And I went working inside a fishmonger, one of my friends' fishmonger, one of the biggest in Naples. And I went there working there, and something clicked in me after a month. And I was like, I spoke with my trainer. I told him like, nah, I need to give it a try. I need to come back. And I had another fight, and I lost the fight, but my character and my energy was totally different. Like my brain was like matured where I was like, nah, I had to switch on. So I was all heart, no technique, bro. Just punching. I didn't know what was going on. But I won that. And that was the real moment where I decided that I wanted to box. You know what I mean? I was 17. I was like, nah, I'm not losing because I'm just in the, because it happened that when I was in the ring, I go in the ring and I feel like I have a little bit of scrapping, then you just get out of the ring. So it's like I wasn't really connected when I was in the ring, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when I took a month off, I realized that nah, I have a lot in me, so I just had to use it, you know what I mean? So that's what made a big change in my life kind of when I was a kid. Yeah, bro.
When did you decide to turn pro then? When was it you decided to turn pro?
When so Italy, bro, I love Italy, okay, but there's not a lot of black people, okay. So it was a little bit hard, especially in boxing. Every time I go to national tournaments, I was like 1 or maybe 2 max black people in the tournament. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
when I was in there in my last tournament, I realized that there wasn't much future for me in the amateurs no more. I had a tournament and they just want me out of there, kind of. You know what I mean? They didn't really rate me like that. They didn't appreciate me. So I was like, nah, I need to change things up. But I didn't even think about only turning pro. I was like, I need to change country. So I came in the UK and being here, I was like, nah, if I had to do something, I had to just turn pro out here. So that was my main goal as soon as I came to this country. You know what I mean? So once I left Italy, I was like, nah, I need
Yeah.
to do something else.
So did you have any pro fights in Italy? Then did you go?
All my profiles are in Italy. You be
So
wondering,
you
like,
moved.
yeah,
You
yeah,
went.
in the UK, how do I fight in Italy?
You went back. You went back to it. I was just asking that because obviously we're gonna get to that bit of the story of the British board and the
License, yeah.
licenses situation. So you moved to the UK. What year was that?
2020 before COVID.
Just before
Jan,
COVID. So you
Jan, Jan,
moved.
bro, imagine this. January 2020, I'm here and I can't find a job. It was my first year, get all my documents right. I found a job and then the job decided to lock down even before I started because of COVID. And I
Mm,
was living with my auntie at that time. Okay, I'm like, nah, I ain't got no money in my pocket. I've been looking for a gym. No gym is taking me seriously. My auntie is a headache. I'm like, nah, I'm out of this country. Bro, the moment I decided that I wanted to get out, I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, I love your sister, but I need to come back. My mom was like, nah, you have to stay, rah, rah, rah. How can you leave? The moment, I don't know what my mom did. She just said it. And just the next day, they closed the whole borders because of COVID, bro. So I'm like, oh, I was
Yeah,
stuck,
so you had no choice. You had no
stuck,
choice.
stuck. Luckily, I found a job in a hospital during the COVID time and just train on my own every day and just go to work. So luckily enough, I was able to find a job while during COVID. So that's why I decided to stay, and that's it. The
And that's the job you're doing now. What is it you do now whilst you're boxing, obviously,
no, while I'm
and
boxing,
training?
I do PTs and I also work in a care home.
Okay.
So we do give asylum to guys coming from outside the UK, outside Europe, and not only like also kids who get out of their houses and just want to get their own place as well. I mean, so young people coming in. So that's what we
You're
usually
you're
do.
jugg you're juggling a lot. You're PTing, you're training yourself. Well, not training yourself, but you're training
I'm
as
training,
well.
yeah.
Training as well. You've got a job. You're doing all these mentorship stuff. Honestly, I commend you, bro. So we'll move on to obviously the reasons why you can't fight here at the moment.
Mhm.
Um, you had an injury and you had a surgery. When was it you had the injury?
So I never had an injury. So what I had was a cataract. Was a early was quite weird because cataract usually have it when in your older age, but I
Mhm.
had it earlier. So, but they couldn't understand why I had it so early. They didn't know if it was because of boxing or not boxing. So, what happened on cataract is like one of your lens of the eye basically become obscured a little bit. So it's like I couldn't see properly. So I feel like I had something in front of my eye. So what they had to do, they had to change the lens. So in December 2020, I had a surgery where they replaced the lens for me and I recovered very well. Like no issue, no nothing, everything was fine. And after that, I just had I wanted to turn pro because the COVID situation was getting better. You can start traveling and then life was just picking up again on 2020. So I was like, nah, this is my time to turn over. So I tried to turn over at the end of 2021 and on the medical, I passed the interview, I passed everything. I went to do my medicals, all my medicals were fine. I don't know if I done a mistake or I should have said it, but the doctor asking me if you had any surgery. I told him, yeah, I had a cataract surgery. And he was like, okay, cool. Now, all the information that you gave me, I'm going to send it to the board. So once they sent it to the board came to me and told me that because I had a surgery, I wasn't fit to box, so I should bring more information. So I bring more information, but the letter that I provided for them wasn't a convincing letter for them. It wasn't convincing enough. So what the doctor did was like, I cannot say if Josh can box or not, but if you board decide that he can box, you should just give him the license. So that is like the doctor covering his back a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it's
So
not me,
yeah,
it's all on you. And the board was
yeah.
like,
If you say he can box, then
yeah,
he can
then
box, sort of thing.
that's it.
And if anything happens,
It's all
it's
on
sort
you.
of like it's
All
all
on
on
you.
you. Yeah. That
So the
that's
board,
that's
go
no,
go
go
on,
on.
bro.
No, go on, go on.
I said that's what doctors doing and they called it back. So the board was like, my responsibility? Hell no. Like you can forget this license, kind of. I mean, so I was basically stuck in the country where I'm like, right, I can't get my license, I'm here, and what am I supposed to do? So I had a conversation with my Italian trainer and I was like, listen, I'm here, they're not giving me a license, so what am I meant to do? Like, and he was like, we can try and give you a license here in Italy. And
Mhm.
if you come back, you just do your thing here, you get some fights, and that's fine. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do that. I get my license in Italy, pass on my medicals. And I was fine. So I had my fight debut, won the fight. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let me try and fight in the UK now with my Thailand license. So when we tried that, the board was like, nah. I think they have a register of who failed the medical and who not. So when we send the name to the British board to sanction my fight, they were like, no, this boxer has failed this medical, so he cannot box in the country.
But you didn't actually fail a medical though, did you?
No, I
What?
didn't.
Because
No, it's just because I had the surgery. So for them, it's like, nah, you had the surgery, so you cannot. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I still like for a couple of years like that, and I had just had to fight the way I could in Italy. So I was here, but I had to sell tickets back home and fight back home, and I had
yeah,
like 5 fights. I was able to get 5 fights selling tickets, not tickets, finding money, and just fight. Then I was active till last year, and I stopped at 5 fights. Then I decided that I couldn't sell tickets because selling tickets is hard already, okay? But selling tickets when you're not even in the country, almost
yeah,
even harder. So I'm like,
impossible. Yeah,
it was a double hustle, you know what I mean? So I decided I wanted to get my British license done. That's all I wanted. So I had another eye checkup, and the doctor said I'm fine. There was no risk in my left eye. My eyes are equally fine, so it's fine. I can fight. So I had another. I had a manager, and we went to the board. We had the interview, and the board was like, "Okay, cool. I'll just send the information to the medical team that you provide, and we'll see if they accept it or not." We waited for a couple of months, and the medical team said that they didn't approve me to get my license. So when I phoned them, I'm like, "Why though? Like, what's the main reason?" And the medical team said, "Nah, that's a decision from the board, and that's it." So when you call the board is like, "Nah, that's a decision from the medical team. There's nothing you can say about it." So I'm like, I was stuck. Then
yeah.
I
It just
changed
seems like they're just pillar to post at the moment.
person that's it. So what I've done, I was like, okay, cool. Then I changed team again. I found a new trainer, and he advised me to a new manager, and I did because I was basically just waiting and nothing was happening. So I changed the manager, and we tried to apply again. And because at this point I was like, I went with another letter again, a new letter where the doctor was really convincing that there was no issue in my eyes. There's no issue. She even checked me from
Yeah.
the head to the toe, bro. Like she checked my eye, inside my eye, on top of my eye, under my. She checked everything, bro. The way I felt uncomfortable when she's putting bare drops. Look, I'm like, right, this is too much right now, but I knew it have to be done. So once I get everything, I send it over to the board, and I tell them what was happening. They were like, and I sent another application to have an interview with them, and they just didn't even accept it because they were like, nah, this guy's getting too much headache. So it's like not even the interview. So I didn't
at,
even been
at
called
this
for the interview.
at this point, it feels like you need someone to push that, someone with some pull with the BBOC to get that looked at
Yeah.
because the board right now, and just going into boxing and just outside of your situation, the amount of things that the board's been doing of late is being absolutely shocking, and
For
so
real.
questionable. Like, obviously, I don't want to put anything out there, but they've made a
Yeah,
lot of
but
question.
everyone been seeing what's happening. You know what I mean?
Everyone's been seeing what's happening. They've made a lot of questionable decisions. We've got fighters being cleared, not being cleared, but serving. I don't know what's happening. You've got how many fighters are fighting who are on performance enhancing drugs at the moment as well. Um, it's crazy because what Jaime Munguia failed a drugs test last time out, and I'm sure that the British board covers
Yeah,
all the
Saudi.
Saudi
Yeah,
cards.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you've got stuff like that slipping past them, and then you have your situation. Obviously, a fighter who's willing to fight, a fighter who's cleared by a doctor. I don't understand why they can't get you to actually see one of their
Bro,
doctors
it get
to then.
it get to a point where it feels like they don't like me. So just that. They don't
Yeah,
like me, they don't like who represent me. So they're always trying to be difficult, kind of. And I mean,
they
because
feel like you
if
feel
if
like
if
at this point.
even if I call them and I tell them, listen, like, what's the reason why? Like, I have everything clear. You have even the doctor told me. The doctor even took her heart while I was living because she even asked me like, "How are you living if you're a boxer and you're not boxing?" I'm like, "It's tough out here, doctor." Like, you know, like I've been doing my PTs and trying, but that's not what I really want to do. What I want to do is boxing. And she was like, "Okay, then do something. If this is not enough, you can just tell the board to contact me directly," because she wanted to help me. But it feels like
Mhm.
everyone wants to help me, but who really should be fighting for me and to be clear for me and helping me out, they don't want to do it because they don't care. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. You feel like every time your name comes across the desk, they're just like, "Oh, it's that man." I'm not even look.
this guy
I'm not
again.
even. I'm not even looking. Like nah, again, nah.
Nah.
Because obviously you've got an Italian license that you should be able to box here on that Italian license.
Yeah.
You should be able to box on that
Yeah, but
license over here.
because in their head, because in the records or wherever it is, I've failed
You've had yeah,
the medicals, I cannot fight in the country.
so you can fight anywhere else around the world but the UK, which
Sadly
is
that.
which is which is crazy. I think like obviously we're doing this interview. I think you should be doing a lot of interviews and getting your story out there so you can get some help
100%.
from someone who's really in with them, the likes of the Sam Joneses, Lee Eatons, and stuff like that. I think you've got a great story. Obviously, coming from Italy, moving over here to box, and the whole situation.
Bro,
And
don't
right now,
forget the main thing. Don't forget the main thing. Being black and coming from Italy.
yeah, well, yeah, that situation right there is the
No,
next level. Um, but yeah, I definitely think that you should be out there. This story needs to be told that you're a fighter who's wanting to. How old are you now, Josh?
I'm just turned 29, bro.
Just turned 29. These are years you want to be getting out there. You want to have your shot.
100%.
Your division is 140 super
140,
lightweight.
bro. Yeah, I can fire 140, 147. I'm down. I'm
Uh,
down, bro.
there's a few people here in the chat. Just we got Mr. Neutral. Big up Eric and IBH. Big up Neutrals. Thanks for tuning in. Trey Magic, Mr. Magic Man, I call Trey. He's the man behind everything. He's set the show up and everything for me. Says yes, brothers. He says big up Blackstar. Jack Gladman is in the chat. Jack, who's a matchmaker. Jack, you're the perfect person. Just
For
needs
real.
we need some fights. We need some fights. Obviously they're gonna have to be outside the UK for now, but we need some fights. We need activity right now. That's what we're going for. We need activity. Um,
Let me tell you what was happening, bro. So in the meanwhile, I was trying to source out the main mission to get the license. I still decided to take the B-side fights because I'm like, whatever. If whoever calls me, I'm going down, I'm gonna fight. But I'm not gonna there to go and lose. I'm gonna there and win, innit? But I realized so this happened from May. I realized and I've learned by my expenses that people that call you to fight, once they check up on you, they don't want to fight you no more. And and now I was like shocked. I'm like, what do you mean they don't want to fight? Because I had different offers. I had the offer in America. I have offer in Rome, Italy. I had 2 3 fights actually offered. 4 actually. And one just failed. And and I realized that they all offer me fights, but the moment that you accept the fight, they go and look who the fighter
who
is.
you are?
They're like, nah. Especially just looking at the record because the record says 5-0. But the problem is if you're 5-0, they believe that you're coming to win. And I thought that was an obvious thing, but I had to learn that it's not because I realized that boxing is like an investment. So
Yeah.
everyone that's paying, they don't want to pay and lose their money. They want to pay and be able to let their boxers win. You know what I mean? So I realized I probably been doing the wrong thing because I was calling whoever to fight, and I didn't really care who I'm fighting. But I realized that everyone is kind of really careful who they're picking to fight and not fighting. And I mean, even if it's hard fights for me, they consider a hard fight for them as well. So even this
Yeah.
Sunday, I was offered a fight in Italy with a 10, like a guy with 10 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. Okay. So it has double of my experience, even more double than my experience. But the offer, and it said, nah, the team decided to not take the fight. So I'm like, if this guy is not taking a fight, what chance have I got to fight like a 50-50 fight or whatever? Because they just don't want to fight. So once I've learned and understood that, I'm like, B-side fights are not really working for me because they're the one
We
like
need
kind of easy
we
fights.
need an investor. We need an investor. We need a manager that can get you them Mexican fight, them Mexico fights. Because that's where you can really make a name. Them Mexico fights. A lot of fighters start off in Mexico and build the name from there because in Mexico you can get fights. There's not you mean there's fighters out there who actually want to fight. They live for that.
Yeah, yeah, hundred
Um,
percent.
we've got Jack Hodgmanson and manager. Hey
And
Jack,
manager,
you're the
yeah,
matchmaker. You're the matchmaker. You're the manager. You're the man we need to speak to. You're
yeah.
the man in the know. Um, Ch- sorry, Trey says, get
The
Joshua his boxing
Joshua,
license. Yeah.
yeah, free Blackstar, free
Free,
Blackstar.
free Blackstar. There we go. Even Ghana
Oh,
through Amir Khan, who is a promoter
promoter now
now
doing
doing
events.
events. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ghana. There was a live. They did a live event on YouTube not so long ago, actually, in
yeah,
Ghana.
yeah.
But yeah, we need some help. Jack, hit me up. We need to talk. Because we need that license and we need some fights. We need activity till that license comes. And I feel
Yeah.
like if you get activity and and you're getting the fights, the board might be more inclined to give you your license because you're
Actually,
fighting. That's what would get people
me
hooked.
and the team actually had a plan, bro. So the main mission was to get the license, but now it's like the main mission have to change. So now it's switch it up, and it's like the priority have to be for me to be more active and fight. That's the priority
Yep,
right now. And I mean, because
100%
the
agree.
idea was like to get title and to be ranking in Europe and to fight for a title. So if I come and present myself to the board with more leverage like titles or wherever it is, European title, Italian title, wherever it is, they can't really just ignore the fact that I look good in this.
Bro, how you gonna stop saying what you're saying and say you look good in it? Nah, this one's better. This is a better one. That's
This
a
one will
better
look
one.
good.
Oh no, you're funny, bro. You're funny. No, but yeah, the main thing now is activity.
Yeah, we
That's
need to fight,
the
bro.
main goal.
But you know what? I don't even want to say it because I really, at the end of the day, I need an investor. But I, I spoke with my brother, and he's one of the biggest supporters. Okay, and I realized that because I got to a point, I received the answer from the board last week, Friday. Okay, and I was like, nah, this is taking a lot away from me. And I was thinking I probably shouldn't. I don't know, maybe I should quit or something because this is getting too much.
Nah.
But even when I went to the gym the next day, I was all like the fight being canceled on Tuesday. My trainer told me something. He said you could either be like everyone else who just quit because boxing is hard, because we all know that boxing is hard, or you endure it and
Mhm.
you go over it. You know what I mean? So you can make a difference. And my brother just told me like you find that passion, you know what you have to do, and we had to do it. So even if it had to be like spending money on our pocket, my brother said, "You're our future investment. You're our investment. You're our future." So it's like my brother's younger than me. He's 4 years younger than me. They are two and they're twins. Okay, but one is more supportive in the sport than the other, and it's like we have to make it. And it's like we've been wasting too much time now, and it's looking at the clock and telling me we should have been millionaires already by this time. So it's like We need to make a move. I'm like, yeah,
Uh,
right. Yeah, right. I
nah,
mean,
bro,
so
nah, never quit, never quit. You've always got my support. Don't worry.
no,
Already.
bro.
I'm trying to work in the background. Any
Yeah,
contact I've
100,
got,
man.
I'm trying to get in touch
Yeah,
and
man. Thank you, bro.
get your story out, get you something because nah, I believe in you, bro. You've got
Thank you,
talent,
bro.
you've got
Thank
the
you,
heart.
man.
I've met you in person. You are my boy. Like you're the way you are, the person you are. We are out partying, and Josh is drinking water. We're on the paddle, and Josh is like, "Yeah, just give him a shot of water. I'm in it. I'm not in it."
Well, cool, bro. It was her.
Bro, the first time we met, I swear to God, I drank one drink all night because when I'm on the panel, I don't drink.
Yeah.
I try to concentrate on the boxing and stuff. I'll have a shot now and again, but I try to concentrate on the boxing and giving my takes and my opinions. But that first time we met, I had one drink. Then we went to the bar. I said to Josh, "Do you want a drink?" He's like, "No, I'll just get a bottle of water." I was like, "You know what? I'll get a bottle." That whole night, me and Josh just chilled, and I drank water that whole night. I didn't even drink. Hey, I left London with more money than I than I came with. I swear. No, but bro, your energy
Yeah,
is magnetic, man.
yeah,
Honestly,
man.
you deserve it. You do deserve that dream.
Thank
You
you,
deserve
bro.
to get that. Let's get
Thank you, bro.
to boxing anyway. I have a
Go
few
on, bro.
questions to
Go
ask
on.
you about. Well, actually, Trey's got a question here. He said, "Who is your? Where was it? 1 second. He said, growing up, who was your top five favorite boxers who inspired you?"
Inspire me. At the time I started watching the time I started boxing, I was like 2013 maybe. I wasn't even really big on boxing, bro. Since recently, recently, I'm talking about 10 years ago, but but at least the first 2 years, I was just thinking about myself. But that time was when Floyd fought Canelo and Bad beated Gamboa as well. They were my fighters. I'm like, rah, this box is nice. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Them two, I would say them two first. Then Deontay Wilder at that time, he was one of my favorite boxers as well. Until they fought Molina. That's like the first fight after he got the title. So I was a fan for Deontay Wilder only one before he get the title. After he got the title, I was like, I don't really know about this guy right now.
Yeah, we've had many a conversation about that wilder situation. Yeah, we don't need to go into that.
Yeah, let's keep it. Let's keep it. But I had some good boxers. Like my favorite boxer at the time was like Floyd, Bud, and you wouldn't believe it, Luis Ortiz. Remember the Cuban, the heavyweight
Yeah,
that
Cuban
fought
heavyweight. Yeah,
Wilder?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, yeah, I'm right
they're
there
them
with you
ones.
with the Bud one. Well, what do you make of obviously in boxing now? What do you make of Andre Ward calling Joshua out?
What Joshua said, bro? Payday or the payday?
You know that.
You don't know it. He said that. So I said, yeah, the right business. Yeah, but it's not only business. I'm like, Andre, come on, relax yourself, man. We all know what you're doing it for, man. I mean,
Yeah, there ain't no way. 8 years, bro, you
sure.
too little. People need to put more. This is what upsets me about the Joshua thing. People need to put more respect on that man's name. I swear to
Bro,
God, people are disrespecting this man and forgetting what he's
for not
actually done.
what? They
You
should
have
leave
Jacob
Joshua alone,
Paul.
bro. Bro, they should
I
just
tell you,
leave Joshua alone, bro. They're just taking like the too disrespectful, bro.
listen, Ngannou, I told them when this
Oh,
Ngannou fight was made, I told everybody, I was like, that was what fight I was meant to go to, but I had to go to Newcastle on my
uh,
friend's stag do. So I was in Newcastle watching it, and I was like, people was like, yeah, he's gonna get knocked out. And a lot of my friends are UFC fans, and I was like, you lot are crazy if you
what are
think
you talking
Ngannou's gonna
about?
I said, you lot are mad. This
But you
fight
know
ain't
why though?
going
You know why
3
though? You know
rounds.
why though? You know why though? Because Fury gave them that illusion.
Yeah.
The fight I had with
Yeah.
Fury, they all
Listen,
had the illusion of like, yeah, Ngannou can box, he can, and that was Fury for because no one would think that no one will ever put Ngannou in the ring with Joshua if Fury would have performed better than how he did.
but
So
people I keep telling people they need to stop this Fury and Joshua thing. When Fury fights somebody, all of a sudden that person can beat Joshua. It doesn't
come
happen.
on.
Like
That
it's not.
knockout was crazy. He folded my
It's
man. My man was
And Andre
outrageous.
Ward and Jake Paul think they can under
Uh,
and Ganu, by the way, gets hit in the head, got kicked in the head, get punched with by big men. By big men.
and it
Jake
went
Paul
down
on the
like that. Yeah, right. But you know what though?
yeah.
I'd rather Turkey said something, but I don't believe what Turkey said. But in that occasion, but I I prefer watching Jake Paul fighting Joshua than Andrew Ward.
Yeah, I never want to see Andre Ward in it. Andre Ward wasn't entertaining when he was boxing, when he was active. Like he wasn't entertaining. He
It's a it's
retired
a it's
simply
a
because nobody
technician, bro.
cared.
It's a technician where
Yeah,
it doesn't
nobody
really
cared.
push show on it. Yeah, come on, man. So now
And he was in a
I'd
Andre.
rather see Jake Paul and see him folded on the floor like Ngannou did.
Yeah,
That's
listen, that day, that watch party, ooh, best believe that watch party would be mad. But do you think outside of these gimmick fights, do you think Joshua can win a world title again?
nah, bro. It's
No?
Dynasty, bro. Nah, you should just do it some money fights where everyone to then just retire. There's no way you can get a title. Not because it's just the roots are just too packed. You have too many heavyweights right now, and there's no free way for Joshua to try and get it. You know, especially in
Yeah.
heavyweight. Go on.
He's a name though, because so whoever has the belt will be like he's not gonna struggle to get a champ. Say Usyk relinquishes all them belts. Say
I hear what you're saying, but it had to be like a voluntary defense against Anthony Joshua. But does Joshua even want
Yeah,
to fight for it?
100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%
but
will.
when it does that, it's like everyone will just like if I believe I don't want to probably take the piss, but I
Yo, Josh, be
believe
careful what you say. Josh, be careful.
I believe that Derek Chisora is higher in the rankings than Joshua right now for a
Bro,
world
why
title.
you're falling into this as well? You know what? You're falling into this as well. You're disrespectful for that. Nah, you lot are mad. You lot are
I
wild
think
on Joshua.
Joshua definitely did.
Joshua is gonna,
Joshua
yeah. The next person Joshua fights, he's gonna hurt badly. I swear to God,
No, no.
the other
But I
people.
believe, but obviously, bro, if Joshua fights Chisora, you'll be definitely beating Chisora. But what I'm saying, for what the run of the old war man did, it went through and it went higher on the ranking. So in the heavyweight, so what I'm looking at,
Yeah, yeah, he is.
I'm not looking about the name. I'm looking at every race pack. Every title has its number top five. And I don't know where
I get
Joshua
what
is
you
ranking
mean.
in that top five in every
Nah,
sanctioned body, you know what I mean?
I get that, but I don't understand how you drop so many levels when you lose to a champion. You drop so many spots by losing to a champion. I think
It's not only the fact that you lose, but it's also the way you lose.
I get that.
Because if you
That
went
was a
12
bad
rounds to
loss.
the bar, if you went 12 rounds to the bar, I'm like, it was a close
Yeah,
fight.
but where do you put the bar now? Where do you put the bar now after the Usyk demolition? Like where do you put him now? Where
Depending after the top five, bro. Below top
who
five, because
right now? Who's the top five
right
right
now,
now? Because
bro, for me, you have bro, even if you just look at the WB, you have Moses, you have Parker, then you have Caballero, you have Lawrence TKO, you have whoever
no,
you want
no,
to
no,
put.
no. We're not putting no Lawrence
Yeah,
TKO in there.
let's say
He ain't
I
fought
was lying. I was
no.
lying on that one. I was lying on that one. Not gonna lie. I was lying on that one. I just said
I
the first one.
said,
I'm
no,
lying.
we
I'm
ain't
lying. I'm
putting
lying. I'm
on
lying.
that.
Forgive me. I take that back, bro.
Caballero, Caballero definitely. Parker
Parker.
definitely.
Moses, if
Uh,
you be Dylan.
Moses if he beats Dillian, definitely. I don't. The thing is, I find it hard to put Hrgovic there.
Bro, you
Even
have
though,
the winner of Adelaide and Hrgovic.
yeah, even though that the winner of that probably is probably your top five, really.
And obviously, the last but not least, but it should be number one, Joe Joyce. No, I'm playing. 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 I'm playing.
Oh, nah, Joe needs to go sit down, bro. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie,
yeah. Joe needs to relax a little bit now. Yeah,
Joe
hundred
needs to
percent.
relax. I feel for him. But hey, listen, Dave Allen is back out against who is it? I can't even say his name.
I think
Melo
was the Russian Mike
Russian.
Tyson they
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
call him.
I can't even say his name. His name is
I don't even
it's
remember what spell like, but yeah, it was the Russian Mike Tyson they
he
used to
got
call
stopped.
him.
He got stopped by Cabello, and I think he got stopped by Sanchez as well.
No, I don't
Could have
remember
got
who
it.
lost first, but I think it was.
No,
I don't remember. But the last loss was against Vianiello, Guido Vianiello, the
who-
Italian guy, the gladiator, Guido
okay,
Vianiello.
one second. Dave. He's fighting Makhmedov. Dave
Akhmedov,
Allen.
yeah, yeah,
He's fighting Makhmedov, who's yeah, but he lost to Vianello. That's who he lost to. Yeah,
Vianiello.
you're right. Yeah, he lost to Gabriel first, but got stopped. But yeah, that's a tough fight for Dave Allen. He's got a big ask. Obviously, being from Doncaster, Yorkshire, I'm a big fan, but it's a tough ask, that one for Dave.
Yeah,
That's a tough
but
ask. I might go to
if you
that
see,
because it's my
if you
birthday
see,
weekend.
I see. Okay. If you see the way he
Yeah,
lost to
October. It's
Vianiello,
October 11th.
Vianello is not the best heavyweight out there, but he performed very well against Makhmedov. But I think Dave Allen can do the job, I believe.
I think Dave can box, and Dave's a very good body puncher as well.
Yeah,
And
so
Makhmedov is
it can't
soft to
take
the
body
body.
shot. It can't
It
take
all
body
depends.
shots.
It all depends on if Dave can weather the storm. It's the same thing over and over again with Dave. I said it um, when he fought Johnny Fisher the first time. Said if Dave gets used to your power, you're in trouble late on in that fight because he has an engine. It's weird to think, but that guy has an engine, and he's done it a few times, Dave. And if Magmadov as well, he gasses out after four.
Yeah, after a
After
while, yeah.
4 rounds, he gasses
But
out. So
I think I heard an interview of Dave saying that I'm gonna train properly for this one because I'm really scared because I
scared,
don't
yeah,
want to get
yeah,
no time in
yeah,
front of. So sometimes fear can make you perform the best in your life, bro. You know what I mean? You can never know how
yeah.
it
Well,
is,
he's at
but
home.
it definitely gonna train hard for that. You know what I mean? Definitely gonna
Yeah.
train hard. You know what I mean?
But yeah, it's a good fight. I'm looking forward to that. I think I'm going to go to that one.
Yeah.
I think I want to go as a fan to that one though, because I want to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's the 7-1
Right.
fan thing, bro.
Yeah, Josh. Thanks for coming through, bro.
Thank you,
I
my
really
brother.
appreciate it. Nah, always love, always. Tell the people where to find you, bro. Instagram and whatnot.
Instagram, you can just look on me on Blackstar underscore Boateng. That's me, guys. Just hit me up, follow my story, my journey. I soon get ready, bro. I spoke with my team. Number one priority is to fight, no matter what. By the end of the year, I need to try and get at least 2 to 3 fights. So we are on again, back on the mission number one, fighting.
Right, yeah. Well, before we go, Trey said, White or Moses, who you got? Who you got? Who you got?
Head said Moses, heart says Dillian.
Hey, Moses, hey, listen, it's like I said in boxing, you always need these fights. It's the passing of the guard,
Oh,
the
what?
old, the old. Out with the old, in with the new.
I
But you
think, to
know,
be honest, if I look at the whole thing, I think Moses has a better boxing brain than Dillian. Okay, so it should beat
oh,
Dillian.
definitely.
But Dillian can just catch him and let's swing one of them left hooks, and my man will be.
That's where the danger is. That is the danger. It's that left hook. We know Dillian can hit, and that's what. And I think for Moses, and they're trying to fast track Moses, and they have sort of fast tracked Moses because at this point of anybody's career, they ain't fighting a Dillian White, unless
100%.
you promoted like that. So I think Moses is more intelligent. I think his hand speed will be the problem for his hand speed and foot speed will be the problem for Dillian. He'll be able to get in it. He'll be able to let his shots go and pivot out, expecting that big left hook from Dillian. It is a good fight. I think if Dillian catches him, Moses could be in trouble. And if we want to see some heavyweights get the chin checked. So if he cops one and he doesn't go down, or he goes down and gets up, you know he's made of something, because we saw it with Joshua when he went down with when Dillian hurt him, and he weathered the storm, and then when he went down with Klitschko, got back up and did what he did. So we want them moments anyway. We love them moments for British
Yeah, that was
heavyweights.
crazy. You remember that? You remember when Klitschko dropped Joshua? I was like,
Bro,
crazy. I
I
couldn't
couldn't
believe it.
believe it.
Crazy.
Nah, but yeah, everyone, thank you for tuning in to the interview with Josh. Josh, yet
Thank you,
again,
guys.
thank you
Thank you.
for
Thank
yeah,
you, my brother.
and no problem at all. Love always. And I shall see you all next week, either Tuesday or Thursday, but we'll find out a time and a place. Right, peace. Later.
It's another band. All the Mars and cars now, whichever get up. Light up my scars with a sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a bag by it. So, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strand, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.